Has anybody ever wondered why somebody chooses the vehicle that they do for overland travel or even daily driving? Well, I'm going to explain to you why I chose the Land Rover LR3 as my everyday driver, my overland vehicle. I'm also going to explain any regrets, if there are any. Speaking of regrets, yeah, there's a lot to talk about. People wonder why I drink. Bartender! The regrets are going away. It's magic in a can. Well, let's get this video started. So the engine in this is really a big deal for me, and it was a big deal whenever I chose it. There weren't really any other vehicles in this class of SUV that delivered the power and the torque, and to probably most everybody's surprise, this 4.4 liter actually delivers a lot of reliability. They are a very stout engine for no more displacement than they are. I think they put out right around 315 horse and 330 pound-feet of torque. So in my research, if I remember right, they really kind of outclassed everybody else in that market. The only one that was probably fairly close was like the Jeep Commander, and they didn't come out until I think, I don't know if it was 06. I don't remember if they come out in 05 or not. And you could get the first generation Hemi, which I want to say was pretty closely rated. It might have been a little bit higher, but with that, I don't think they got near the economy that these do. My normal in-town driving, and back and forth in between homes, usually 14 to 15 miles to the gallon. And it's not unheard of for me to hop on the highway with this. If I cruise reasonably and don't try to really just blast down the highway, I can usually get upwards of 20 miles to the gallon. There's been one instance that I broke that, and I've actually gotten 21, I think. We went to Red River Gorge, and I averaged 21.2 miles to the gallon all the way down there. Granted, I think conditions were perfect. I think I had either a tailwind or no wind at all to drive into, and it was probably mostly downhill. I mean, I'm not gonna try to butter this thing up any more than it needs to be. The transmission, it's got a 6-speed automatic, which I think also outclassed, ooh, that's bright, but yeah, I think it also outclassed pretty much every other vehicle. I think any other ones had a 4 or 5-speed transmission. These ZF6 boxes are awesome transmissions. It's just an overall really good transmission. You keep them serviced. They hold up for quite a long time. So another big thing that really made me lean towards this was comfort. The drivability overall. It drives a lot more civilized than what you would get out of a Jeep. And this with the air suspension, driving down the road, it's smooth. There is one thing that I will state with these that is a learning curve, is the seating position on these. I mean, you are sitting upright like you would sit in a chair. So it is definitely a change. And it took me some getting used to. I never could find where my seat needed to be, but it's worked out really nice, because what I really like about it, you do sit kind of upright. I can lean the seat back, but you feel really out of place. So I don't do the, that. Damn. Almost hit a mailbox. If you do that, whatever, but that's just not for me. But once I got used to it, I love it. I love the upright seating position, especially when we go off on the trails. You can see your corners really well. You're not having to, you know, really stretch and see. It's a lot different than driving a lot of any other vehicles. It really does change it up on how it feels to drive one of these. So I've really learned to love it, and it's grown on me hugely. I'll kind of get the camera turned around here and let you guys kind of see driving wise what it looks like. So yeah. So yeah, that kind of shows you like what it looks like as far as driving, kind of looking around. Gives you a little bit of a view to the interior space. But yeah, I mean, that's big reasons. I mean, I got 2 kids. My wife goes, you know, we all go together on these trips. And this thing so far, you know, this thing just really offered everything that I was looking for. Before I had this, I had a 2002 Mitsubishi Montero, not the little sport, the actual full-size one. And that thing was pretty awesome. It had, man, that's a bald eagle. Fuck America right there. I would have gotten a video of it, but I probably would have ran off this guy's cornfield. It was pretty awesome though. Ain't nothing like seeing a bald vehicle while you're driving a British vehicle. It's still America, right? Sure. So that's another reason, you know, that I picked this was the cargo room. You know, it's got a lot of room back here. These are nice. Little storage pockets. I can keep, you know, odds and ends of stuff in. You know, when you go out, you always need bug spray. Oh look, a brake flare tool. Isn't that just ironic that that's in there? I know some people will get a kick out of that. I won't mention any names, but they drive a Toyota as one of them. Anything else as to why I picked this vehicle? How is it not cool to own one of those? Actually, I want to tell you why it's not cool. I really hate to even be like that, but not everything's perfect. So, how bad is it? It's not great. Let's get to it. The biggest downfall is that it only runs on premium fuel. That is absolutely f***ing ridiculous. This is an SUV. This isn't a sports car. I shouldn't have to run premium in this. With me, the premium fuel, I wish I would have really paid attention to that because it got me. It really freaking got me. I don't mind fixing my vehicles. I don't mind, you know, maintaining them. But maintenance and repairs on this are ridiculous. You know, to do a transmission flush on it, the actual transmission fluid that is called for is ZF6 gear lube, is $60 a quart. So along with the maintenance and repairs, it's parts availability. Let me tell you how ridiculous it is. I had a couple lug nuts that the shiny cap, the chrome cap on them, after a while the lug nut rusts inside of it, swells it, and then those caps get all screwed up and you can't get a socket to fit on them. Call a local parts store. Hey, I need, you know, 5 lug nuts for a 2005 LR3. I don't even show a listing for the lug nuts. You what? How do you not carry lug nuts? Between the premium fuel only and maintenance and repairs and just being able to find parts, like anything. I went for brake pads. I remember the rear pads, I had to order them. It's like, you guys don't carry brake pads in stock? We don't for a Land Rover. Sorry, Landy. No more for you. Alright, so there you guys have it. You kind of see what led me to buy this vehicle and what's led me to just kind of despise it. The biggest thing is this vehicle is this expensive to maintain. It's, you know, this expensive to fix. No matter how much room it's got, no matter how much you know, power it's got, no matter, it doesn't matter. When the simple fact of the matter is that if I go out and do something, you know, do a trip or whatever, and something breaks, I want to know that I can go to a parts store and simply buy the parts that I need and get it fixed and get on back on the road or back on the trail or whatever I need to do. You know, the fact that I can only run premium fuel in this, that's a big, I mean, that cuts the love out of this relationship with me in this vehicle. I knew it when I bought it. It only took, you know, 93 or premium, 91, 92, 93 octane. This is what happens when I try to record when I'm picking my kid up from school. Well, be back in a minute. So as I was saying, the whole deal with the premium fuel is definitely a big thing for me. I should have looked into it a little bit more. That's my fault, and that's why it's called a regret. You know, there's some other things. I've really been having some issues with the brakes on this. Now it's got new pads all the way around. It's got new caliper here. It's got new hoses. I mean, all kinds of things, and I've still got braking issues. There's many things that have gone on with it that have just really led me up to this point that I'm fed up with it. So that's pretty much sums it up. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to comment below as far as what you think would make a good replacement overland rig for the Land Rover. I've looked at Toyotas, I've looked at Jeeps, not really a whole lot else. The Colorados don't really catch my attention a whole lot. The Ranger isn't really out yet, technically, so I don't know if that's really an option. I'm not huge on the trucks. I will say one truck that is sticking out right now, and that's the new Gladiator that they just announced. I know a lot of people say it's ugly and it's stupid and it's a Fiat or whatever. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. With that said, I've got an opinion. I like it. So, but I want your guys' opinions on what you think would make a good vehicle. Like I said, I've looked at the Wranglers, I've looked at like the Tacomas and the 4Runner, but I'm open to what your guys' suggestions are. This isn't anything I'm going to be going and doing soon. You know, anytime real soon. I'm not going to just wake up one morning and head to dealership and buy a vehicle. I'm not made of money. So, but that's kind of the plans of the future. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure and hit that like and subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. That way you guys can get notified whenever new videos come out. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys on the trail soon.